Right, control panel, I'll say it's reasonably straightforward. So lights are individually switched, but you can isolate them all from one button on the control panel. So obviously if you're going out at night time, you think, oh, I've left the light on at the back, just hit that button there and that will switch all your lights off. Master switch is obviously the important one, 12 volt systems. Yeah, so that's your master switch on your 12 volt systems. Warning light, you saw outside, that's your warning light switch, and then your pump switch. Okay, this is your control panel for your heating, but I'll come to that back to that in a second.
Okay.
Okay, so are you happy on 12 volt systems?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, well, I'll show you water system now. I'm just going to have to get you off that side now because I need to show
Now
it.
she's put handprints up.
Oh.
You're going to have to polish this, Darcy, with an inch of your line.
Right, so I'm going to have to... Right, there's a ring on this one. Leave that for a minute.
There's a ring.
So access to underneath here usually means a bit of cushion manoeuvring. There's a way that...
Ow, Darcy, please.
Right, so that's your Aldi boiler down there on the right hand side. On your previous fan, did you have a yellow lever switch to drain it?
Lift it up and down.
Yeah, I don't think you see it. It's right just underneath there. Can you see it? Yeah, it's just you just follow the blue pipe, you'll find that there. Okay, so obviously that's your drain for your water system. Exactly the same as what you would have had on your previous fan. As I said, it's got the onboard tank. Okay, which is that little box down there.
Yep.
Okay, obviously as I said, you fill it from outside, so take it to a tap, same as your Akerol. You've got a control lever here. You see that blue lever? So the way it's pointed at the moment towards the taps, that's water coming direct from the Akerol through the pump into your water system.
Yep.
If you want to use the onboard tank, all you do is just change that lever to point towards it, and that'll start drawing water from there instead of Akerol outside. Okay?
Why would you do that? Why would you have two separate like that?
One thing is you've got two lots of Akerol. I don't know if you've seen some people on site have two Akerols, because they may use the shower on board. Because if you're one Akerol limited to how much water you've got.
Yep. That's what we have to.
Yeah. But obviously some people use the site facility, so you don't bother with that anyway. But or the reason for that is it can be for winter as well. So if you imagine your Akerol's outside,
Cold.
you've got that. But probably the Akerol itself won't freeze, but the pipe that's going to it will.
Yeah.
Will do, yeah.
Yeah. So what you can do is, obviously for overnight, say, fill that full of water. You know it's not going to freeze.
Yeah.
You've got that water. You've still got a water supply. So if obviously you're going in the extremes of weather, you've got that backup of that. So some people don't even use it. It's there, but
it's handy though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is handy. The only thing is, it can be quite reasonably heavy. Reasonably heavy to put in once you've filled it. But obviously, I don't think you'll have that problem with. Okay.
So obviously that tank will start filling once you switch the pump on, does it? Or is it again with the tap?
Yeah, it's tap again.
Right.
So to get your water system in, it should be exactly the same as your last one. So make sure that drain's shut. Before you switch your pump on, make sure that drain's closed. All your taps are closed, because you can see where that could be.
Yeah.
Imagine that's over here, and you've left the tap on to drain it at some stage.
Yeah.
So make sure they're all shut, then you can switch your water pump on. So it's just a matter of just opening your tap. There's going to be a reasonable amount of pressure on these.
That's right.
Okay, so open the tap up. Once you've got a solid stream, turn it to the hot side. Exactly the same. There's a bit of pressure on that.
Don't let Charlie do the top.
Yeah, because it'll be water everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, so once you've got a solid stream on the hot side, that means your hot water tank's full.
If that pressure's like that, will the shower be the same pressure?
I would expect so. Obviously, it's a bit further away, but it's going to be reasonable.
Okay.
Reasonably similar, I would have thought.
Good.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, yeah, lovely, yeah.
Yeah, so I would say exactly the same. Okay. The other thing now, obviously, is we want to heat the water. Well, this particular system, Aldi system, is a combined unit, so it heats the water and the heating system that's going round. So it's a separate fluid as such. So the hot water tank is still in the centre of it.
Yeah.
You've got this other fluid that runs around your van, heating your van. Okay, so that's all controlled from this control panel here. Okay, apart from there's a switch here, which puts the electric on. Okay, so that puts the electric on for your boiler.
Right, okay.
Okay, so if that's switched off, well, if you just have a look in the control panel, just lighting up. So, as you can see, on the right hand corner, there's a little plug. Can you see that?
Yeah.
If I switch this off, that little plug should have disappeared, yeah. So you won't be operating on electric if that is switched off. So if you want to operate on electric, that's got to be switched on.
Okay.
But that's just saying that it's got power available. It's not saying it's actually running on electric at the moment.
Okay.
Okay. what I might have to do is open the door now so I can see what I'm doing. Right, so what I'll do, I'll just switch it off first. Right, that's off. So that's the whole heating system off and the hot water system off. So it says off there, you see that?
Yep.
Still giving you a temperature reading for the room, and you've still got that plug there to say you've got electric available. Switch it on. What I do is press on twice. It's now saying on. Then to change anything, you need to press arrow left or right. So these icons running across the top. If I press the arrow right, the next one's now flashing.
Yeah.
So that is, believe it or not, is supposed to be a thermostat icon.
Right, okay.
I'm not sure what it's supposed to be. It looks like a spoon or something. But so if that's flashing, I can now change the temperature. So the temperature I've got set at the moment is 22. If I press plus or minus,
Yep.
increase it obviously on the plus, decrease it on the minus. So it'll go maximum 30 degrees. Okay, so it's all thermostatic controlled. So when it gets 30 degrees, it will shut the circulation pump off, which is this here. So that's that icon there is saying the heating is being circulated around your van. If you don't want the heating running, all you do is reduce the temperature set to below the room temperature. You can see that now that little circulating thing's gone. That means your heating's off now.
Right, okay.
Until it naturally drops down to 18.5, then it will kick back in again. Okay?
Lovely, yeah.
Understand that, yeah?
Yeah.
Clear as mud. Right. I'm just trying to bring it back up to bring the icon back up again.
There we go.
Right. Once I've got electric or gas turned on, the water will automatically start heating up. Okay, so the hot water tank will start heating up. As I said, it's a combined boiler, so it's also obviously heating your system as heating system and your water. What it won't do, like your previous fan, if you switched the power on and your hot water tank was empty, it would damage it. This one, it doesn't. You can actually have the heating running with no water in there. It could obviously it could overheat the system.
Yeah.
It'll shut itself down, but you can have the heating running. Obviously, as long as you don't put it on too hot, it'll still warm your van up without water being in there. So there's no risk of damaging your boiler.
Okay.
Okay, or less of risk.
Is that because there's a separate fluid for the system?
That's it, yeah. So you can. It hasn't got an element in like your previous one. Put like an element like a kettle.
Yeah.
And if you were trying to boil that with no water in it, you're in trouble. Okay, so that's your temperature for your room. If I press arrow right, as I said now, the water heating is already on. Okay, this here says tap, well, it shows a tap icon. It's saying off at the moment. That is a water boost function, not your water heating.
Okay.
So it is going to heat your water for a period of time, but it's just a boost function, so it's going to increase the temperature in your water. So if I switch that on, what it will do now is concentrate all the heating on the hot water for a period of 30 minutes. What it will do, if you can see the icon now, is gone for your heating.
Yeah.
Okay, so that means it's switching the heating off for that period of time. When that 30 minutes is up, or if you want to manually, you can switch it off. It will automatically do that, and then it will allow the heating to come back on again, and obviously as long as within the temperature range. Okay, so that will just boost the temperature of your water. It's there, obviously, if you want to just increase the temperature of your water quicker, or say you're going to use a shower on board, you want that bit of extra hot water,
Yeah.
you can use it for that. Okay, press arrow right again, so there's a little flame icon now, that's your gas. So I press off, it says off, press on, it's on.
So that's just gas in general.
Yeah, that's just that's gas for your boiler.
Right.
It's not gas anything else, it's
Yeah,
just
gas
your
for the
boiler.
boiler.
Yeah. And the next one along, that's your electric. So again, plus or minus, so electric off, 1 kilowatt, 2 kilowatt. I think that's, oh no, it's 3 kilowatts on this one. So up to 3 kilowatts on this, okay? What you may find that 3 kilowatts is quite high, obviously. If you've got the bollard on site, it's limited. Obviously, they're all limited.
Yeah.
So say 16 amp. In the winter, if you've got it flat out on 3 kilowatts, and then you've obviously got your fridge on electric. Hasn't got an electric hob on this one, has it? No. So you've got your microwave. If you've got something like a hairdryer, if all them things are switched on,
I'm tripping it.
you're going to trip it. So what the best thing to do possibly is reduce the amount of electric you use. So say down to 2 or 1 kilowatt,
Yeah.
and operate on gas as well. Okay, it's operating on both at the moment. So what it will do, it won't be using your gas all the time. It will prioritise to electric. So what it'll do from cold, gets up to temperature using both energies, then it'll shut the gas off. Okay. So it'll tick over then on electric. Right? Unless someone like myself leaves the door wide open, temperature drops, or you use all the hot water, gas will kick in to boost it back up again, and then shut it off again. Okay?
Yeah.
So you can use that for both energies. In the extreme colds, 2 or 3 kilowatt may struggle to give you all the heating you want. I mean, it might not quite get that temperature because imagine it's got to heat the water as well,
Yeah.
as well as all this fan. Okay, happy with that?
Yeah, good, yeah.
Yeah. There is further menu, but Obviously there's a lot of other things on there which you can take all day to explain. I can just go for the icons just to show you what there is there.
Yeah.
But the main ones is I want you to be happy with this bit up here. So I'll just show you these. So I've just pressed, all I've done, you've got this little icon flashing in the corner, press on, just lights all these up now. What we've got is clock, is the first icon. The next one is external. For this particular model you can have an added extra box, obviously at a cost, with a SIM card, and you can actually operate this system off a mobile phone if you wanted to. So you can change the heating up and down by your phone. So that's that one. The next one is a timer. Okay, so obviously to use timers you need to set the clock, which is that first one.
Yeah.
If you can see, it's got auto with a little moon crescent type shape. What it is for a reduced temperature timer as the compressor at the back of the shed comes on. Good timing. So it's a reduced temperature timer for night time. So some people don't like it too hot at night. They might like it warmer during the day. So what you can do is set a timer for night time for a lower temperature. What it won't do is bring the temperature down to it. It'll just naturally drop to there, and then it'll just hold it at whatever temperature you've set it on that timer. Then at the end of the time it'll just go back to your normal daytime running. Auto on, that's another timer, which is what is called a delayed timer. So what you could do, say you had it on a seasonal pitch, set it to come on, say on a Friday at say 5 o'clock, and when you turned up, the heat would be running, obviously as long as everything's switched on. And then what it will also do then, it will run for 24 hours, then shut itself off after that 24 hours. So if you, say you had it at home, do what I do, every now and again I'll warm my van up over winter, you could set it on a timer, on that timer. So it come on once a week for 24 hours, and it just continue and repeat once every 7 days.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. Amp. So we were talking about if obviously you overdraw your power, you've got too much running. What you could do is reduce the amount of ampage that the boiler's using. But it's better not to do that. It's better just to reduce the amount of electric you're using and just dual fuel it.
Yeah.
Okay. And then there's further menu. So how many menus you want? So offset. So you may require this if you're on site, and obviously the thermostat thinks. So say it's on a cold day. The screen is showing you 30 degrees, obviously that's the maximum you can do. It's not going to allow the heater to come on because that's maximum. Yeah. And it's obviously a lot colder than that. You might just need to offset it by calibrating the thermostat. Yeah.
But best stuff not to mess with it really.
Yeah, not really, no. Pump, so that's your control for your circulation pump. There's two different options. I'm trying to think that one. I think this is always on. So this one, you've got a thermostat controlled one, or it's continuous. I think this is the if you switch this on, it's continuous, so you can have the heating going all the time.
Yeah.
The only problem with that is it obviously reduces possibly the temperature in your water tank to slightly less. Service, so SE is service. The lads will obviously when they're looking at it check to see what the temperatures are in the boiler. Sound off. Sound is off at the moment. It's every time you press the button, it goes beep if you wanted to.
No thanks.
And then this one, PE. That's again with the circulation pump. You can have it set to either 12 volts or 240 volts to come on only at that. So you say you set it to 240, it would only come on if the 240 was connected. It's set to 12 volts, so you could use this without electric or with electric. Right. Okay. Then LE is Legionnaire's disease. Okay, it's like a water boost function. So if the temperature in the tank is not getting up to temperature, it could obviously Legionnaire's disease and whatever can obviously start, that kind of bacteria inside your hot water tank. Okay, so if you're using the hot water all the time, it obviously doesn't get up to full temperature. Yeah. If you've got your clock set and this is switched on, roughly 2 o'clock in the morning, it will automatically come on, do a water boost function, increase the temperature in the hot water and kill anything that's that may affect the water. Okay, and that's it. Back to that. So I press. No, I don't want to press that. Press that one. Back to that one. Off. So these are the main ones you need to know. So are you happy?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's your temperature.
Yep.
So temperature of your room. Next one is water boost function. Next one is gas off or on. I'll switch it off for a sec. The next one is electric. Okay, and then that one is the pump, saying your heating's on, and that little electric plug is to say you've got electric connected. Okay, to switch it off. So you can just bring the arrow all the way back. See, arm's flashing now. If I press the arrow left now, all that's done is just the screen's gone to sleep. It's still on. It's just the screen's gone to sleep. If I just press on, it just lights it back up again. Right. If I want to switch it off, press off once. And you see it now says off. I need to press arrow left, and that's system off. Okay. Okay. Happy with that?
Lovely, yeah.
Yep. Obviously, it is in your handbook, which is that there, and it's also YouTube is quite a handy place to go for videos of that kind of thing. any heating system with your fridges or anything like that. Okay, happy with that?
Yep.
Good. I'll just run through your other appliances. So your fridge, you had a similar one to this one before. Obviously they're all kind of dual fuel anyway.
Yeah.
So at the moment it's running on gas. Okay, and the reason I know that is because I can see the red line is in the green. If I just switch that off gas, you see the red lines come back
Yeah.
in the white. So if it's in the white, you're not going to be operating on gas. To light it, oh, it's just, is it going to stop there? That's it, it's off. So this is your what energy you want to use. So that's off, that's electric, 12 volts from your car, and gas. To light the gas, what we do is depress that button, that releases the gas, and that's your igniter there. So press that and just hold the button.
Yeah.
It's fired up straight away. Okay, if you haven't used it on gas for a while, it may take a few attempts to get it to light up. Because if you take your finger off that button, then the line comes back down into the white, and obviously it hasn't stayed lit. So just press and hold it a bit longer.
Okay.
Okay, 12 volts. That's coming off your car, and it's not your leisure battery, which some people do think. It doesn't cool your fridge either. It just maintains the temperature. So if you want to travel with the travel with the fridge cool,
Yep.
you need to cool it down before you travel.
Okay.
Okay, and obviously electric, which most people tend to operate on anyway.
There we go.
Oh, fun! Amazing how mobile they can get, even the vacuum gauges. Okay, so you're happy with your fridge?
Yeah, very happy. Yeah.
Cooker, got 12 volt igniter there. Look. Obviously, be very cautious about obviously glass lids, as it says on there. Obviously, any heat on there will obviously affect that glass, and it can go bang if you've either left heat on or you put it down just after you've been cooking.
So you're listening?
I don't know.
What are you saying? Now, if I said that, I get a slap. My missus.
Yeah.
That's why
that's
why I end up doing most of the cooking.
Honestly, I do all the cooking outside on the Kadak normally. So.
Yeah. Get your grill. Say something similar, probably similar to what you had on your previous one. Obviously, you always make sure the grill door's open when you're using it. Okay. Handles in just inside the pan there. And your oven. And these unicorn ones, they always end up with two shells, not like others.
Lovely jubbly.
Okay. Right, microwave. Straightforward on this, which I'm quite happy about. To do seconds, just turn that, press start where it goes. Okay, I think there's easy start on there, and it starts straight away. I'll say reasonably straightforward this one. Some almost so complicated you wouldn't believe. Is like you have to press a button twice to turn this. And, very important this that you make sure you don't travel with this in. Okay, if that does drop on there, these are hollow, and that will go right through it. Okay, so always take that out before you travel. I'll put it in there. It's safer there. I'm just thinking with the kid bouncing about. Okay.
Yep.
Right. Just thinking. Obviously, there's a lot of light switches dotted around the place.
Yeah.
Lot. Obviously, like the lights. I missed that one. Do try and light everything up when I can. Radio and aerial point are in that front locker to the right hand side, which is directional. So if you had a directional aerial before.
No, we don't have a telly.
Oh, you don't have a telly?
No.
So you want that then?
Banned.
Yeah, I was banned. Oh, we had it banned for a while. When the kids.
Till they get to about 13, 14, then you don't want to talk to them anymore.
No. Well, no, it's quite good if we get the kids all playing games and stuff like that. It's a lot
just
better
avoids
than,
it, doesn't it?
yeah.
Really.
But then they got all the little games and iPad, iPod, whatever else they decide to have. Okay. What's your bathroom? I say it's not going to be too much different. I wouldn't have thought. So obviously, flushed. Obviously, if that's making that noise, and usually it means it's empty. With this particular model, and if you've noticed in here, got a little laundry basket hidden in the bottom there, or hiding place for kids.
Got a laundry basket in the bottom of there.
In the bottom of the wardrobe.
Oh my god, don't ever tell Charlie that.
That's where they'll be hiding.
He'll be right.
And obviously also in here, you've got this, which is your expansion tank for your heating system. Okay, I don't know if you can see there, levels up here at the moment. So when it's cold, just make sure it's a finger width, and you see the minimum maximum mark. When it's cold, just make sure that it's a finger width above minimum mark. Okay, there is an antifreeze mix in there. Okay, so obviously you don't need to drain that for winter, because obviously it's got antifreeze in. But if you need to top it up, really you need to be putting antifreeze mix in there. Okay, you can at a push put water in there. If you're on site and you haven't got anything else but water and you want the heating system up and running, You can top it up with water, but obviously you've got to make sure you are putting antifreeze in
Afterwards.
in a later date.
Right.
Okay, especially obviously it's near winter, because obviously that's likelihood is when you're going to be using it anyway. Okay. So obviously your shower's a shower, radiator's a radiator.
So
I thought the kid was doing that.
no, she's playing.
Oh.
She's off already.
I mean, that's the other good thing about this heating system is you haven't got a fire, red hot fire to touch. Right.
I've done that wrong.
Is it like